Hey Peter, I wanted to share with you the impact you've had on me since the meeting last year. In regard to crowdsourcing and 3D printing, a little story, I'm a facial plastic surgeon and I was operating one day struggling with what should have been a pretty routine maneuver. So right after surgery, I ran back to my desk, sat down, and made this quick sketch, this quick draft of this imaginary instrument with very specific specifications and dimensions. I just drew it out. And then through crowdsourcing, I found an online CAD expert who converted essentially this idea that I had, this thought, into a 3D image. From there, I uploaded that 3D file to an online printer service, and within a week, and for $5, I received a full-scale plastic prototype to assess and verify its shape and function. And so after doing that, I sent it back and reprinted it in black stainless steel and used it in the operating room the very next week. Since then, I've created 3 more versions of the instrument, and finally, through crowdsourcing, I also found a patent attorney. In regard to virtual reality, I just have to tell you this. You inspired me to follow a moonshot that's been brewing in me for around 25 years. The middle ear is a sugar cube size empty space containing the 3 smallest bones in the body. Those small bones conduct sound. And more importantly, embedded within the walls that delineate this tiny space run nerves responsible for taste and facial movement, arteries responsible for, well, just about being alive, and organs of both hearing and balance, just to name a few. It's a pretty sophisticated and complex and vital piece of real estate that often requires surgical intervention. So teaching and learning the intricacies and relationship of that tiny 3-dimensional box and its surrounding essential nerves, arteries, and organs is very, very challenging. Enter VR, 3D drawing, the Strategic Coach Program, and Abundance 360 2017. I flew out to California from New York City last year, and I sat next to Karthik, also a 10X coach guy who was attending A360. He introduced me to his uncle, also a 10X coach guy who was attending A360, and his son Sanjay is the business development guy at Arcane Reality, a VR company specializing in healthcare. Well, within a few months, Sanjay, Rami, the CEO, and Het, the lead developer, were in my office testing a prototype and proof of concept. A month later, we agreed to collaborate on this project, just like Dan Sullivan in his Game Changer program has taught us to do. Since then, more sophisticated and precise models based on my own skull from a CT scan have been developed. But since Arcane Reality, they reside in Princeton, New Jersey, and I live in Manhattan, how are we communicating? Well, we collaborated mostly online, rarely in person, but lately, we've been collaborating in virtual reality meetings within the virtual space where we're actually finalizing the model. The user interface, the platform, those are all being worked out now. But Peter, all of this could not have been done without you, and I am so grateful to you and your entire team, as well as Dan Sullivan and the Strategic Coaches, 10X and Game Changer program. So I'm looking forward to seeing you at A360 2018.